Come on in, come on in. Yes, it's another edition of the Weekly Entertainment News Podcast. I'm your brother Hiram Akeem, and once again, I'm in the building. Yo, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Wherever you're watching it, hit a button so we can get some traction to let somebody know what we're doing. You already know I represent the Reporter newspaper, which has been in business for over 50 years. It's Akron, Ohio's all-black publication. I'm just blessed to be that visual representation of something they've been doing for over 50 years here on the digital distribution, okay? It is what it is. Look, you know me, man. When I come to you, I talk that entertainment news. We speak it from a cultural, hip-hop, should I say, and we dabble in some sports as well, perspective. And speaking about that, I don't like to keep you, you know how I say, I like to treat you. We're going to treat you to some lovely entertainment news. Speaking about entertainment, we're going to talk about Michael Jackson. The biopic is in the news.
Wow.
Okay, we already know this movie is coming out April the 24th. We already know his nephew, Jermaine Jackson's son, Jafar Jackson, is the lead. He's starring his uncle, Michael Jackson, right? And a lot of people are talking about, I got some notes here, so I'm going to be referring to it. A lot of people are talking about this movie, and it looks like the people that's doing the tracking for it to see how well it's going to be doing, it says it's going to be a massive movie. They got strong advanced ticket sales, so people are buying tickets already, and it's blowing the competition out of the as far as pre-sales are concerned, right? It has a significant audience interest. So a significant amount of people are interested in this movie and interested in going to see it, which is April the 24th, right? And the forecast right now, as far as how much money it's going to generate on its opening week in America alone, in the United States, these United States alone, they're projecting to be $80 to $90 million. Now that's not bad. Post-pandemic, getting people back to the movies. And that's what the movie cinemas and the movie companies and the movie distribution companies are hoping for. They're trying to put together quality movies, instant quality movies, okay? So you guys can come out and support that engine, that thing that's called the movie industry as a whole. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm one of those ones who lost it. That's right. During the pandemic, okay, I was one of the ones that was watching entertainment at home, streaming. I found out a couple of streaming platforms was getting movies extra fast, and they still are getting them extra fast. So I really don't go out to the movies like that. I usually wait a week or two so that I can see it at home in the comfort of my own home, my screen TV. I can push pause, give me a cup of champagne, pop me some popcorn. I can even cook. I can do whatever I want to, and I'm at home having a romantic movie with my goddess, with my queen. I can do that. But some movies, even to this day, even though I'm one of the ones that stay at home, is calling for me to come out and support. Because I do know that this is supporting not just the movie company as a whole, the movie industry as a whole, but it's also supporting Jermaine Jackson's son, Jafar Jackson. If he do good, he can probably get some more roles. We also know the Jackson estate was instrumental in producing this thing, right? With Jermaine. We also know it's a black director, okay, that's doing this thing. So we definitely want to get out there and support. And that might be one of the ones I may support. Big ups to Michael Jackson and the family and the estate, okay, that's going to make this movie. Go out and check it out April the 24th. Speaking about what I was just talking about, we got to be talking about these streaming things. And, you know, as I was streaming this week, I ran across on Netflix The Life and Death of Lamar Odom.
What?
I said, wait a minute, hold on. It's called Untold, The Life and Death of Lamar Odom. I was like, wait a minute, did the brother die? This is a documentary about his death? So I had to do my due diligence, so I pushed play and I watched it. It's actually about him damn near dying from overdose. So the documentary illustrates and his life from a young guy out of New York, growing and matriculating through life, becoming the Lamar Odom you used to seeing winning those championships with Kobe Bryant with the Lakers. Also, the one you see with Khloe Kardashian as well. It illustrates all of that from him getting drafted for number one to with the Clippers going to Miami and coming back to LA, okay? And his marriage to Khloe Kardashian. And it also illustrates his stronghold or which stronghold had on him as far as his addiction. The movie was interesting. There was a particular part in the movie that he said when he was passed out or whatever, he had some people like to call it an afterlife experience. He said where he dreamt that Kobe Bean Bryant, the great Kobe, came to him in a dream and told him, Lamar, this afterlife ain't what it all cracks up. It ain't what people say it's all about. It ain't all that. Kind of like telling him to get up and enjoy life. He said Kobe came to him in that type of afterlife depiction. Also, when he was going through the thing for real, I'm talking about Lamar Odom, his wife then, Khloe Kardashian, had to make some serious decisions about his life while he was in coma status, okay? Said his brother had like 12 strokes, 1 million heart attacks, and which put him in that bad situation. And that's what happens when you constantly doing drugs like that. Anyway, they said as she was making some of those hard decisions, Kobe Bryant came in the real, flew in to sit by her side and support her on some of the decisions she was making. Big ups to the movie. Listen, you need to check out that movie. It's on Netflix. It's called Untold, The Life and Death of Lamar Odom. If you like a lot of drama, this movie and this documentary was put together pretty dope. I like that. All right, listen, I got to keep going, man. We got to go into some hip hop. We got to talk hip hop, man. We got to talk about something, man. Pooh Shiesty is buck wilding, huh?
Let's go.
So you already know the story by now, right? I'm just going to recap. You already know. They say he's in jail for allegedly robbing some people, kidnapping some people, and at gunpoint, okay? He allegedly set up a meeting with some label exec. Those label exec happened to be Gucci Mane, okay? One of his old partners in crime. And Pooh Shiesty was trying to get released from the labels and stuff like that. He was trying to strong arm him a la Suge Knight style. Apparently it didn't work in his favor because somebody dropped dime and told, now this dude is back in jail looking at some serious time, right? So I took some due diligence to do some notes, right? They say 8 of the 9 suspects is in custody right now, and it's under a federal complaint, right? It took 3 cities to catch these people. They was caught up in Memphis, Dallas, and Nashville, okay? And this brother, Pooh Shiesty, just got out of jail 2025, this past October, and he was looking at some serious time. Dude did 63 months. They threw 3 of the charges away because he pleaded guilty, and he was also looking at a life sentence. And he was 22? He was supposed to be doing 20 years at 22. Ended up getting out after 63 months and stepping right back in it. But listen, that ain't what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the reality of these rappers doing this type of stuff, this type of behavior. So once upon a time, hip-hop. It was a straight up culture, and it was, as far as rap music, a part of the culture, it was prescribed for people that rapped. And I think over the crossing of time, it had to be so real that sometimes rappers, once upon a time, used to fake these stories. Now, since rap and is so much money involved, the music industry as a whole, it have created the term that rap could be a hustle. You remember that term? This is just my hustle. It's my hustle. Well, some of those people are really saying that. These ain't real rappers. These are people that can rap, but actually some damn fooligans, some asshole crazy people, okay? This is what it is. And these people are literally using the music industry, rap in particular, as a form of hustle, and they bring that street tactics and that street foolishness to the culture, putting a blemish on the art form and the culture as a whole, which is hip hop. So now they're saying rappers are crazy. No, these are drug dealers. These are robbers. These are fooligans. These are the Negro. Okay. These are those people who's using rap as a source of income, and they still haven't left the mentality because they're not trying to leave the mentality and go into straight artistry. The question is, I see what's that guy's name? Woody. He says sometimes you got to hustle to a point to where you get out of the game, but sometimes, bruh, people ain't mature enough to get out the game because they consider it as a part of the game. Have you ever heard that before? These people sometimes don't think getting out the game is getting in rap. They believe that it's another part of the street game, and thus you see street shit happening over and over in the style, man. Look, keep your eyes open. So I got a question that I often ask people, and you should answer it, okay? Just get in the comments and ask it. Here's the question. Do the streets dictate to the music, or do the music dictate to the streets? Which come first? The fool that's doing the crime, or the fool that's listening to the music to mimic the crime? Which come first? Think about it. I got my opinion. I write about it a lot in the newspaper. But check it out. Speaking about the newspaper, don't forget this show is powered by the Reporter Newspaper. And they employ you to check them out online at the reporternewspaperonline.com. That's the actual address where you can go to the Reporter Newspaperonline.com, where you can check out everything that the newspaper has to offer, not just in this particular Northeastern Ohio region, but anything that has to do with Black people all across the world, not just in the diaspora, but on the continent as well. Black people are definitely at the forefront of this publication, okay? Big up to the Reporter Newspaper for sponsoring what we do. And, speaking about what we do, we talk a little sports. And when I talk sports, most of the time I'm talking about them Cleveland Browns. And we got to go about it. We got to speak about it. I'll be less of a man, less of a fan, if I didn't say, what the hell is going on in Cleveland media? Every time I turn around, I'm hearing some wild stuff coming out of Cleveland from the media personalities out there. I remember there was a time I used to dream about, why on a national plane or the national stage, these ESPNs, Fox, whatever the hell, how come they're not talking about the Cleveland Browns? Then I had to humble myself and realize nothing to talk about. Nothing at all whatsoever. And then we got Johnny Manziel. I was excited. I ain't gonna lie. I'm keeping it a buck. I said the national spotlight will be on Cleveland, Ohio's Cleveland Browns because Johnny Manziel is in the building. Yeah, it was, but they didn't talk great about us, but they talked. So keep that in the back of your mind. Now, with the best defensive player in all of football, okay, they talk about him. Coming out of Cleveland, they don't put him in a positive light. They say he's speeding, he's a hired gun. We're talking about Myles Garrett now, okay? But so outside of the market, you hear him on the national stage that Myles Garrett is that guy. So we get some type of positive light being shown upon Cleveland. But as of last year, we get Shedeur Sanders in the building. I'm thinking, we got the national spotlight on us again. But what happens? Cleveland somehow botched up the style. And when I say botched up the style, they put too much chaos in the quarterback room. And thus it created a media frenzy about this here quarterback. And the Coach Stefanski, did not handle it properly. All right. And the fans saw it. The media reported on it and everything. But some of the media, both the BS that Kevin Stefanski was spewing, they bought it hook, line, and sinker. We, as true fans, was able to see certain things that was not jiving right. So we had Shedeur Sanders being treated like a complete bum. Literally, we know he's not no bum. When we talk about sports and we use the term bum, we mean somebody that can't ball out, right? Well, he wasn't treated right. And then when he finally got his time to shine, he had to play through, and you already know that messed up treatment, and he still shined as far as I'm concerned. But here's the problem that I'm tripping. Now you're listening to sports, and you can hear people saying, well, now Deshaun Watson, okay, is healthy. And we should be talking about the Browns should be giving him first dibs at the starting quarterback. Yeah, that's right. I said it. That's what people are saying. I'm like, how in the hell? What the hell? And then people in Cleveland is saying it. Just because we owe this dude some money. At the end of the day, you can't cry over spilled milk. That money is gone. That milk is out of the damn gallon. It's over. So you say, hey, but he's healthy now. We spent so much and we still paying him. We should at least see. No, he could be a hired backup. As far as I'm concerned, Shedeur Sanders should be the starter. The last good thing that happened to our quarterback position is him. And if you treat him right going into the offseason, you treat him right going into these off-season training camps, these off-season test sessions and stuff like that, and you give him the first round treatment. What I mean by first round, first team treatment, okay? Let him practice with the ones all the time. Big ups to my coach. I called him my coach. He says, hey, he said, I'm fair. I'm paraphrasing it. I'm going to give the most, I'm going to give the most options or the most drills or the most time with the one that's basically is going to be or give us our best chance of winning. That's what he said. He says, and my stuff is like almost day to day. So one day it may be this person, one day it may be that person, depending upon what we're practicing about. But when you listen to Todd Monken, he's clearly saying that the hot hand is the one is going to be the man. And he is saying that he believes Shedeur Sanders has what it takes, got some intangibles. And what he said about Deshaun Watson was, he literally said that once upon a time he was good. It'd be great to see him getting that back. And he's going to have an opportunity to show that. It don't mean he's going to have an opportunity to be the starter. That's not what he said. He said once upon a time, Deshaun Watson was that guy once before. And since he's healthy, he's going to have an opportunity to show that. And we're going to be glad. Same thing with Haslam, the owner. He said the same thing. So big ups. I want you guys to pay attention to what's really happening. And don't fall victim. And I'm talking to the media people. Everybody's spinning their narrative. Literally every time I watch a podcast, somebody is saying something about Deshaun Watson being a starter and how he should get the first dibs. No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. He should get the opportunity to throw the ball at practice like everybody else do. It should be Shedeur Sanders going into the offseason, into the training camp as the starter, as QB1. Listen, I just needed to get that off my chest. For somebody like Deshaun Watson, who only played 19 games in the 5 years he's been here, and the last time he played was 6 years ago, his last full season, you want us to come put him back in the driver's seat after breaking his style, his legs, or ACL twice, and think he's going to be the same player? I wish that brother nothing but luck. I'm happy because he is lucky because he got the money and he's doing his thing. But I think he'll be a good backup for what we're trying to do. Until the next time, I'm your brother Hiram Hakeem with the Weekly Entertainment News Podcast. And y'all better feel me before they kill me, y'all. Peace.
This has been a podcast from the Mecca Media Social Media Network.